Earnings season is finally here, and we're kicking it off with the banks this week. But first, we're going to hear from a whole bunch of other companies, and including a few banks you might not be paying attention to. So I thought we'd take a look at those to see what these charts are like, because some of them are bellwethers for the U.S. economy. So you might want to tune in. Let's check them out. First one out of the gate is Helen of Troy. Now, I know we've talked about this one in the past because it's got this great track record with just the one miss since 2015, but it has now broken out of this channel. Now, Helen of Troy is on the consumer side. They make a lot of hair dryers, curling irons, things like that. So this is what's interesting about this one, is that it has taken off here in 2018, and so this is one you might want to tune in on. Then we're going to go over to Fastenal. Now, I've mentioned them many times in the past. They have a pretty good track record recently with just these 7 beats in a row. Shares are all over the place. So if you're a long-term owner of this, you're doing okay. But if you're trying to trade it or otherwise, like, good luck. But that being said, it has broken out of that long-term channel that they had going on for a couple of years, finally, here in 2018. Last quarter was really solid with what they're seeing in manufacturing and on the construction side. Are they still going to say the same thing this quarter? This is the one you want to tune in if you want to know what's happening in those segments of the economy, because Fastenal is a bellwether there. So tune in for that reason, and also just to kind of see what's going on in general with them, because, again, they have a pretty good track record of beating. Then we're going to switch over to one of the now Dow component, Walgreens Boots. They too have a good track record. They haven't missed since 2014, but as you can see, the shares have kind of gone out of favor somewhat this year in 2018, and a lot of people asking where they're going now that Amazon Go is starting to roll out those stores, and a lot of competition with CVS acquiring Aetna on the healthcare side. So this is one a lot of people are going to be tuning in for those various reasons to see what the competitive landscape is looking like. Then we're going to get one of the big transports here. The first of the airlines, Delta, is reporting this week as well. And you can see it has beat the last 3 quarters, but shares are a little bit weaker here as everybody's wondering what this increase in crude prices is going to do for the airlines stocks. So these are ones, if you're interested in that angle of it, you need to be tuning in on. And Delta, again, first one out the gate, so they're going to give us a good idea of what's going on in that sector. Then I'm switching over to the banks here with Commerce Bank shares, and they've beaten 3 times in a row. But as you can see, these shares have just really broken out here. They have pulled back off that high as a lot of the banks have suddenly weakened, even though with the Fed raising rates, it's actually beneficial to them. Now, Commerce Bank share is a mid-cap bank with about a $7 billion market cap, headquartered in Kansas City. So it has branches in Kansas City, in Missouri area, Illinois, Oklahoma, Colorado. So that area of the country has a strong economy right now. I'm expecting good report out of them. But if you want to tune into how some of these regional banks are doing, then this is the first one of those regionals out the gate here this earnings season. So this is definitely one to be watching on the banking side. So as you can see, it's kind of like a potpourri of companies reporting this week other than the banks. But a lot of them kind of interesting backgrounds, so I'll be tuning in to see what's going on with the U.S. economy. And of course, next week is when we really start to heat up with a lot of other companies. So you don't want to miss a single episode of these videos this earnings season. I'll be doing them every week from here on out, so be sure to tune in both on Zacks.com, and you can find us on YouTube on the Zacks Investment Research page over there. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single video.